Across a continent, often for years and years, these Minnesotans sent money to children they'd never met. The familiar ad said they desperately needed their help.
We need you to sponsor a child.
That's what I want to do. I want to make a difference with one child.
Now, the time has come to see how much good they've done in the world.
We thought, why not visit the child we sponsored?
Tonight, come along on the road as we follow Minnesotans on an unforgettable journey to central Mexico to meet their special kids. Sometimes seeing how people live in another country can be a real eye-opener.
Makes you want to just go back home and gather a whole bunch of money up.
Join the Minnesotans for a tour that will touch your heart. He's one of the most recognizable faces in the wrestling world.
I started in this program out of guilt.
See how a guy they call Mankind is reaching out one child at a time. And be there for the highlight of the trip as these Minnesota donors have the experience of a lifetime.
I'm Jason Davis on the road south of the border where Minnesotans are proving they truly care for kids.
When we go on the road, there's a place I want to see. When we go on the road, why don't you come with me? Take a little ride, get a little windshield time. When we go on the
road. They've sponsored desperately poor Mexican children for years, and now a handful of Minnesotans are here in a very remote part of central Mexico to meet their kids. Emotions are running high as the two groups from vastly different cultures come together for the very first time.
It's been a long, hard, adventurous journey that began many years ago in Minnesota.
Today has to be the day. Because without your phone call, there's a good chance they won't live to see tomorrow.
We've all seen them. The heartbreaking appeals from the Christian Children's Fund to donate just a few dollars a month to a poor child somewhere in the world. Decades ago, Minnesotans Bill and Ione Winter, Marcy Worth, and Marilyn Moon all signed up to help. Bill and Ione are retired now and spend their days enjoying their lakeside view in Wayzata. This couple has been supporting CCF children for more than 30 years.
There was a need there, and it was reasonable.
We feel we're sponsoring them so that they do get an education and they do get a leg up.
Marcy Worth teaches second grade at Scandia Elementary. She's known and loved for her support for the children in her classroom and a young man named Antonio who lives far, far away.
I pay $25 a month. You can do more. I'm just not a wealthy person. I want to make a difference with one child, with one child's family.
Marilyn Moon of Eden Prairie is a retired librarian who's been sending money to CCF since 1969. Over the years, she's supported and written to a total of 10 different children.
It's the fun part, of course, and the longer you do it, the more they tell you about what their life is really like.
These Minnesotans, like so many Americans over the years, responded to the Christian Children's Fund's touching and sometimes plaintive television commercials featuring famous people like actress Sally Struthers.
We need you to sponsor a child. They're too hungry, too sick, too poor.
Christian Children's Fund.
The approach has been amazingly successful.
Children, one child at a time.
Since it was created nearly 70 years ago in Richmond, Virginia by a doctor named Calvin Clark, this unique organization has become a global force, working in 33 countries to help 10.5 million children and their families.
We change the entire environment of the child by changing the community that they live in.
CCF Marketing and Sponsor Services Vice President Betty Forbes showed us around their impressive international headquarters. Everywhere we looked, there were touching reminders of what they do here.
We have black and white and color photos from all of the countries that we work in around the world. We always want to be mindful that these are the children that we're working so hard for every day.
This is Christian Children's Fund. How may I help you?
I'll be happy to change that for you. Would you like to put a computer email?
Last year, nearly 160,000 people called into this bustling center. The persistently ringing phones keep up to 40 operators busy, answering questions and signing up people who want to help support kids all over the world. Arlene Jackson, who's been at CCF for 26 years, connects donors with their children. Every new sponsor gets a real kid, in real need.
An enrollment form, the letter to the sponsor, the project description, the child's information.
So far, CCF has raised close to $3 billion, most of which has come in at $25 a time. But only a few lucky donors, like our Minnesotans, get the opportunity to travel to very remote communities to see for themselves what a difference it makes. The money does not go directly to the child, but to the village in which he or she lives, where a local committee of parents decide the best way to use the funds. The people of the village of Santa Fe de Laguna in central Mexico are largely Pupecha Indians, and they are dirt poor. It's here, in the middle of nowhere, that CCF has established an early education program to give the local preschoolers and their mothers a jump start in education, health, and nutrition.
It's very important because most of these kids are malnourished. We train the mothers so they can give their kids the meals balanced. With CCF programs, we can break the cycle of poverty.
A block away, what will soon be the grandest building in the village is slowly rising from the dirt. It's a community center to house those little preschoolers, to provide workshops, offices, and health resources. The budget is $1 million pesos, $100,000, and they are $60,000 short.
They are asking me to ask you if you can make a contribution for them to finish the construction.
Marcy Worth from Marine on St. Croix is so touched, she wants to give the builders some money right away.
Could you tell them that I'm going back and I will try to do something at my church? Gracias. Gracias.
Among this group of visitors from the United States is a gentle giant of a guy who's recognized even here in central Mexico. Professional wrestler Mick Foley, perhaps better known as Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Mankind, or Super Zodiac number 2, has officially retired from the ring and now has another less strenuous passion. He's the sponsor of 5 CCF children around the world and has recently acquired a reputation as an easy touch.
We will have over there the bathrooms.
Okay.
And we will also have a kitchen.
The effort being made by the people of this village to help themselves is impressive. Using volunteer labor without heavy equipment or even power tools, they've worked hard to get this far.
Oh, phenomenal, magnifico. It touches your heart beyond words. Makes you want to just go back home and gather a whole bunch of money up.
The village is called Sikuicho, and it means the place where corn is grown. These people's determination to continue their centuries-old traditions makes a lasting impression on Ione Winter from Minnesota.
They're very happy, and they're very proud people.
The child Bill and Ione have come to see lives far away over the mountains, and they'll not meet for a couple of days. But they are told that she comes from a home very much like this one. More like a shelter than a house. It's open to the elements on all 4 sides. A place where smells of a wood fire, food cooking and laundry fill the air all day long. Eloisa Pascal says she washes clothes in rainwater every day, but if there's a drought, she walks for 2 hours each way to a small river. Her husband, Juan Ortiz Gonzalez, works in the fields. The food is for him.
The men eat first, and then the children, and the wife eats last.
This Mexican Indian family was gracious and patient with a curious group of gringos.
Tomatoes, chili.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
Caliente?
Pica.
Spicy?
No, pica.
No pica. No pica, está bueno, dile.
The bright blue walls make the Christian Children's Fund project easy to find in this village. It provides resources that were simply non-existent before CCF showed up. Dental care may not be popular among the youngsters, but it is now available and affordable. A cleaning and checkup costs just $1. The kids have computers when the electricity is working and are also taught how to write to their sponsors in the United States.
Adios.
Adios.
People like Bill and Ione who say that so far their trip here has been a real eye-opener.
Looking forward to seeing our particular sponsored child in the days ahead.
When I learned that she and the family had to come 14 hours one way to come and visit us, yes, my heart is touched. I'm amazed.
High up on a hill in a picturesque Mexican village, the moment these Minnesotans have been waiting for is about to happen.
I'm nervous.
To actually see the sponsors come off the bus and join their children.
I see them.
It was incredible.
Stay tuned and watch their unforgettable experience.
I was known as the cheapest guy in wrestling.
And later find out just how far this famous tightwad will go when it comes to the needy children of Mexico.
But then they brought me the case file of another child who needs even more help, and look how sad she is.
We're back on the road in Mexico, where Minnesotans are changing the lives of one child at a time. For years, maybe even decades, these Americans have been sending money to help support needy children in Mexico. Today is the day they will finally get to meet. The children have traveled hundreds of miles. They're tired, but excited. This momentous meeting is the climax of a week of surprises for people like the Winters from Wayzata, Minnesota, Marilyn Moon from Eden Prairie, and schoolteacher Marcy Worth from Marine on St. Croix. The first few minutes were full of joyful confusion.
I see him.
Marcy Worth has been sponsoring 12-year-old Antonio for 10 years. At last, they come face to face.
Hello. It's so good to meet you.
Everyone is nervous and excited. At first, they're all speechless with emotion and then tongue-tied because they don't speak each other's language.
Are you? I don't know. We need the interpreter.
Marilyn Moon from Eden Prairie found the two girls, Cindy and Flores, that she has been sponsoring and established their first physical contact with a tentative hug. Marcy by now was way past that.
He's like, mine. All these years.
To actually see the sponsors come off the bus and join their children. It was incredible.
With the help of local students as translators, the families settled down to get to know each other and exchange lots of gifts. They began to communicate across the table, across generations, years, and cultures. Each group trying so hard to connect and understand what was going on.
To have this happen is like a miracle.
The gift giving was not all one way. One of the two girls sponsored by Marilyn Moon suddenly produced a handmade embroidered tablecloth.
She made it. She made it all herself.
A small sample of the hundreds of thousands of North Americans who sponsor children through the Christian Children's Fund experience the privilege of meeting the kids they've so far only written to. It's an extraordinary moment in the lives of both groups and one they will never forget.
We've given so many hugs, so many hugs. We were crying when we met. Look at this. We got her, she loves a pillow with Princess. And we're gonna get a photograph and put it on there.
It's certainly a memorable trip, but not just for these Minnesotans.
I think I'd have a tough time sleeping at night if I didn't do a little bit more.
See why the song called Maria is now Mick Foley's favorite. Coming up. Plus, from baskets to handmade shawls, see what there is to do and buy in this colorful destination that's off the beaten track. Have you seen our toad named Hitch in Mexico anywhere? If you spot him tonight, let us know at KSTP.com and you may be eligible for an on-the-road souvenir.
This part of Mexico is pretty far off the beaten track, but it is considered one of the most beautiful parts of the country. Mexicans have known about this hidden gem for a very long time, but foreign visitors are just discovering what this region has to offer.
The town of Pátzcuaro is up at 7,000 feet in the mountains, about 300 miles west of Mexico City. Apart from the traffic, not much seems to have changed here in 500 years. This Spanish colonial town is remarkable because there are so few American or European tourists. Pátzcuaro is, so far at least, a relatively unspoiled, very friendly place where few people speak English. Music is part of the culture. Local school children march incessantly, playing bugles and drums as they practice for an upcoming festival. And on the streets outside the 250-year-old basilica, an old man sings for his supper. Our hotel, the Mansion Iturbe, was typical of the local architecture, which is reminiscent of much grander days gone by. The interior was large, comfortable, and warm during the sometimes chilly nights. The food, which can be served outside year-round, is fresh, delicious, and very inexpensive. Shopping can be an exciting trip through the rabbit warren of small streets crowded with market stalls, or you can browse through the cluttered but quiet gift stores that offer native crafts of all kinds. You can even buy straight from the creator. These exquisite shawls took months to make and cost less than $200. Pátzcuaro, Mexico. It's a great destination. If you'd like more information about any of the stories you've seen tonight, just go to our website at KSTP.com. Click on More News and look for 5 on the Road. Still to come, watch the heart of a wrestler grow just a little bit bigger. When a group of American sponsors decided to go visit some of the children who benefit from the Christian Children Fund's international programs, one guy really stood out. Mick Foley, writer, actor, but most famously of all, professional wrestler, is here just because he cares.
I sponsor 5 children around the world, but none in Mexico, and I intended, to change that on this trip.
As he traveled throughout this very poor and depressed part of Mexico, Foley was confronted with need everywhere he looked. This desperately needed community center couldn't be completed because there wasn't enough money. And there were children, lots of them.
I've been told that there were several children in this project that needed sponsors.
Foley spontaneously decides to sponsor 2 Mexican children, both coincidentally named Maria.
It's okay. Very nice to meet you.
Dark-haired, bushy-bearded Foley, 6'2" and nearly 300 pounds, is well known for intimidating his opponents. He hopes this meeting will have a different outcome.
I'm not going for it.
But this visit produced even more surprises. Not really by chance, another child's file happened to be thrust into Mick's hands.
Brought me the case file of another child who needs even more help, and look how sad she is.
It only took a few seconds for this giant teddy bear of a guy to make a decision.
I believe we can do 3.
A few days later, as American sponsors met their Mexican children for the first time, we learned that Mick Foley had promised $30,000 towards the completion of the community center and $5,300 to a school. Not bad for a guy who had a reputation as a tightwad.
I was known as the cheapest guy in wrestling. If any of my wrestling cohorts found out that I was doing anything that could vaguely be described as being generous, they would have trouble believing it.
It's been quite an adventure for us and the people who have come here to meet their kids. But it's just a tiny example of the thousands of families around the world who are being helped day after day by Minnesotans who care. I'm Jason Davis in Central Mexico. Drive carefully, and we'll see you next week.
Hello! It's so good to meet you. I picked you out right away.
It's so great to see you. This way, I want you.
We need the interpreter.